Hi guys, I hope you're well. It's currently Sunday the 20th of March 2022 and welcome to week 323 of my weight loss journey. In last week's video we all saw I had a loss of 1.5 pound or 0.7 kilogram, which meant my body mass index went from 51.7 down to 51.5. I'm going to start the proceedings off by reviewing my calorie consumption for the past week, which you can see in the graph above. The average of this was 2,487 compared to the previous week at 2,461. It has slightly increased. It's still within my 2,500 calorie allowance average for the week. One thing that I did forget to mention in last week's video is I was going to Italy again this past week. So for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, flying and being in Italy and being back, so I had to try and make some good choices, making sure I didn't go overboard on the bread. So that was my main focus, because bread is issued pretty much with every meal, and it's nice. It's one of my biggest weaknesses, so I had to control myself in that department. Other than that, I think it's just Thursday where I went slightly over my 2,500 calorie allowance average by 21 calories. Not a huge amount, but still, it's slightly over. My fluid consumption has decreased from last week to 3,063 millilitres. Not really surprised by this because, again, as I've mentioned in previous videos, I do tend to struggle having all of my fluid consumption whilst I'm away from my normal routine, and especially out the country. But how about my activity levels for the past week? Of course, this is my step count. This can be seen in the graph above. The average of this was 6,651 compared to the previous week at 6,480. Slight increase in steps, still falling short of my 10,000 step mark average. Still plenty of work to do on that one, but the main amount of walking that I've been doing has only been at work. I'm still doing quite a bit of work in my house, ready for that renovation. It's that time of the week where we all get to see my latest weighing result. So here it is, guys. Here's my weighing. I weigh 176 kilograms, which is 388 pounds, or 27 stone 10 pounds. This means in the past week I've seen a loss of 1 pound, or 0.4 kilogram. Now if I compare this result to the result I obtained at Slimming World, you can see this right here. At Slimming World this week, I also saw a loss of 1 pound, or 0.4 kilogram. This is a very good result for me, considering just 4 weeks ago when I was last in Italy, I gained 6 pounds. So me keeping control of my bread intake has certainly paid off for me this week at least. Based on this week's weight loss, it sees my body mass index go from 51.5 down to 51.4. And for my third weight loss target, last week it was 17.4% complete, and after the loss it goes up to 18.9% complete. So in the 323 weeks that I've been doing this weight loss journey, I've lost a total of 153.2 pounds, which is 69.5 kilograms, or 10 stone 13.2 pounds. Next week there may be yet another trip over to Italy towards the back end of the week. It's nothing set in stone yet, but there's a possibility that that may happen. Obviously I need to continue to make sure I keep my bread control in control. Stepwise, still going to struggle doing any walking after work because I've still got a lot of stuff to do around my house. So I'm going to be very much reliant on the walking that I'm doing whilst at work. Nothing I can do about that at this moment in time. Fluid wise, well, I'd love to get that back to 3,500 or higher. But if I have got another trip to Italy, generally I'm going to struggle hitting that because I just don't drink as much fluid whilst I'm away from my normal routine. I'm hoping for another loss result next week. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. But other than that, guys, that's it. That's the end of this week's video. As always, if you'd like to continue following me along my weight loss journey and hopefully get to see much less of me in the future, by all means, subscribe to my channel so you don't get to miss out on any future videos that I post. I wish you all a fantastic week. Stay safe, look after one another, and I'll see you all again next Sunday.